Alrighty. So, after 18 races, 9 rounds, the Drivers' Championship comes down to this. 17 points separate the two drivers, and the driver is in question. Todd's 99, who's leading, currently on 216 points. And his biggest rival, Dougie Falcons, our very own Martin Brundle, on 199. There is a grand total, if this is correct, 47 points on offer. 47 points. 25 for the feature, 16 for the sprint, a fastest lap for each, but critically, for the session coming up in about 2 minutes time, 4 points for pole position. I think we have to watch one of these two. It is going to be a mega lap for one of these two. 4 points could be the deciding factor here. There's only 17 points separating these two. I mean, if Dougie scores the 4, he drops the gap down to 13. If Toddster scores the 4, the gap goes up to 21. Which means Dougie has to really, really do well. He has to either win or finish second to keep himself in contention. And then Toddster has to have a horrible feature race. 12 drivers here today. It's a bit unfortunate, but what can you do? Hopefully 1 or 2 drivers might be able to come along and spice things up for a little bit, but if not, 12 will do. 12. Hopefully we can have some amount of competitiveness between these drivers. But an old rivalry that stood over 200 years. It's Australia versus England, people. It's the Ashes all over again. But it's here in DRS. Round 10 out of 10. The final 2 races of Season 1 of the Dynamic Racing Series. This race will most likely conclude 2019. Unless some of the guys back in the Discord have got something up their sleeve that they want to show to everyone. A showcase event perhaps. And of course a preview for Season 2 for the Green League, which unfortunately we didn't get to do due to unforeseen circumstances. We were supposed to do it after Abu Dhabi, but unfortunately it didn't come to pass. Drivers are starting to ready up now. So this is it. For one last time in 2019, we are going to do one-shot qualifying around the legendary Autodromo Jose Carlos Pache, South America's premier racetrack, built upon such history and prestige. It's got a brilliant spirit about it as well, being the home of legendary racing drivers like Ayrton Senna, Nelson Piquet, Emerson Fittipaldi. But here we go. One shot qualifying, 1 lap, 1 chance, and it dictates the grid for the feature race. We have to ride on board of one of the championship contenders. Come on, game, be nice to us. Who are you giving us? Hopefully I can get to one of the 2 drivers as quickly as possible. And they'll take us around this awesome lap of Interlagos. 15 corners, 4.3 of the most legendary kilometers in Formula One. In motorsport as a whole, really. Oh, we're on Dougie. Fantastic. Let's enable it. Let Martin Brundle show us a lap of Interlagos. Into the center S. Nice and gentle on the throttle there. Into Curva de Sol. Onto the Red Hero Poster. Absolutely flat out. DRS open. Dougie's not looking too good at the moment. False equation already retired from the session. Into Descida de Lago. Now into Ferradura. Fourth gear. And the 170 kilometers an hour. Big corner speed. Into a tight hairpin. Into Little Fern Tree. And at the moment, Dougie's looking good, but neither of them seemingly are going to get pole position at the moment. Into Duckbell. Can't Do Crap has retired from the session. I love that user. That's an awesome username. Into Junsao. Now, almost flat out third sector. Subida de Boxes. Then into Archibuncardas to finish off the lap. He's hugging the inside, trying to minimize the distance. Who will get pole? Corrupted gets pole. A 1 minute 18.3. So, we don't have to worry about either driver gaining points from the quali session. The gap is still 17 points. So, Corrupted gets pole position and 4 points with that. A gap of almost 2.5 tenths of a second. Rizzy Rick gets second. Dougie Falcons in third place, critically in front of Todster, but only just. These two will start side by side. But also, Todster, 4 tenths of a second slower. Actually, no, that's more like 3.5 tenths. He's in P4, P5, Iconic Cube, P6, Breno, Cutsy P7, Konas P8, Safety Car P9, Garlaz P10, Can't Do Crap P11, and False Equation will round off the grid here in Brazil. But I did actually notice a couple of drivers, Phil MC and Pure Gold, have joined the session, so we might have a 14-car grid, which is a bit more reasonable. Still clear skies here in Brazil. No obvious signs of rain. There is cloud cover, however. Hopefully it will just remain as cloud cover. If it rains here, it will be absolute chaos in these cars. These cars run with default setups. You can't really change too much. You can change the setup here and there, but I believe you can change the fuel line and what tyres you start on, but that's about it. So, tyre. Who on earth crashed into the wall? It's Todster. He put it into the wall. He's getting a crash out of the way. That's what he's trying to do. So, Corrupted opting to start on the softer tyre. Might be a smart idea. He'll get the best launch out of the top 5 because Rizzy Rick, Dougie Falcons, Todster and Iconic Q, all of them are starting on the medium compound. Breno is the next soft compound user. He starts P6. Cutsy's teammate, who's attempting to do a bit of Tokyo Drift, he'll start P7. Conehouse P8. Safety Car P9, Garlaz P10, Can't Do Crap P11, False Equation P12. MC joins the session. He will start from dead last. I also saw Pure Gold. He might have missed out. That's a bit unfortunate. 13 drivers. It's reasonable. It'll do. Hopefully the track will do us a lot of favours. This racetrack is just designed for very good racing. Drivers now coming around the third sector, coming up to the line. But this is the talking point. This man and this man, he managed to bin it in the wall right when he went off the line. 17 points between these two. It's only fitting that we have a season finale here at Brazil. It's a perfect place to have a finale. So we'll get a sneaky onboard, just so then I know when the lights are actually going up. So here we go. 5 red lights. And we are underway here in Brazil and Corrupted. It appears he has gotten quite a good start. Look at that, he's already... Oh, but Rizzy Rick might challenge. No, he will not. Corrupted gets away well. We'll look back into the midfield. It seems all quite nice, except for Kindhouse. He loses it. No, it's not. It's his teammate. Safety car. But everyone's got away well. We'll return back up to the leaders. Rizzy Rick. He's trying to find a way past Corrupted. I thought Corrupted might be able to pull away. He is on the softer tyre. We'll just have a quick look at who's made and lost positions. No major position gains or losses in that. And Dougie Fark, he sends it up the inside. He's going to try and hold it around the outside. He'll have the inside into Duckbill. And he's got him. But Rizzy Rick gets a switch back. Down the inside. Can he do it? Not quite. Into the fast left-hander coming into Jun Sao. And we got sector 2 yellows. Who's that? It's Garlas. He spun around. So, Corrupted leads. He's now building a margin. 8/10 of a second to Dougie Falcons. That's more because these guys are fighting at the moment. Rizzy Rick, P3. Having a small scrap with Dougie. Toddster, still P4. No positions gained, but no positions lost. So he's still very much in. Oh, look at this fighting between Dougie Falcons and Rizzy Rick. And look, Rizzy Rick loses the position. He leaves himself vulnerable to Breno. What is Breno going to do? He's on the softer tyre. Oh, and Rizzy Rick outbrakes himself. Coming into Descida de Largo. Look at it. Look at... Oh! Oh, oh! Luckily he saw Cutsy, otherwise that would have been an almighty accident. But look at Crafted. 1.5 seconds to Dougie Falcons. But here we go. Toddster and Dougie. They're within... Toddster's within DRS range. This is the fight we've been waiting for. The whole season has come down to this. So, I know it's only days, but if the positions stay as they are, Dougie will gain 5 points from this, and he'll close the gap to 12. Which, for Toddster, is quite defendable. There's a lot less points on offer for the sprint race, as DRS is now enabled. Breno, he's making a lot of time compared to these two. Just shows the outright pace of the soft tyre compared to the medium. You'll be able to see it particularly through the second sector. A few more slower speed corners where the car relies more on the mechanical grip of the tyre and of the chassis rather than aerodynamic grip. Swaggy has joined. Look at a couple of drivers joining the session. Corrupted. He hasn't quite pulled away. It's still about that 1.5 second margin. Very nice from these guys in there. It's been very smooth. Toddster ever so slightly dropping back. Iconic Q. A 3-second time penalty. That's something I've really got to look at as well. Penalties are going to play their part here. These two drivers particularly do not want any. Now sets the fastest lap of the race. That's 1 point to his name currently. It can change later on. But Todster doesn't necessarily need to attack either. Third place, it secures him quite a number of points, and it still holds him the championship lead, even if Dougie manages to find his way to first place. We'll have a quick look back towards the mid-pack. Iconic Q and Conehouse are having a battle. Iconic Q on the mediums, Conehouse on the softs. Coming through the Titan Twisty, second sector of the circuit. Just like to see how much Conehouse pulls away on corner exit. Look at that. Oh! Well, he's pulled out even more because of that. Oof. He hasn't dropped out. Oh, he has dropped out, I think. Hang on. Let's see the Bart note. He's still in the DRS range. Crafton now sets the fastest lap of the race. Oh, hello! 3 wide. 3 wide into turn 1. I might have a look at this. So it's a battle between safety car, false equation, and Cutsy coming onto the Red Aposta. They're going to be side by side. We're going to ride on board with one of them. Down the inside into the Cedar del Lago. Can't quite get the move done. There was contact there, a little bit of contact. Oh, is he going to try down the inside? Oh, not quite. Cutsy on the softer tyre. He's able to get the power down. Quick look towards the back. Oh, a lot happening. These guys are in their own little world. Phil's hanging on to this group though. He's now within DRS range. Go back up to the leaders. I just noticed that Todster, false equation. Oh, Chevron, hello. Got a lot of drivers joining. Renault now sets the fastest lap of the race. Hello. 1 minute 20.6. About 2 seconds slower. 2.3 seconds slower, to be exact, than the pole time set by Corrupted, who has pulled away ever so slightly. It's now up to 1.7 seconds. This battle is now starting to intensify. Not by a lot, but just enough. Renault hasn't made any real inroads either. But he might be contemplating about the battle in front of him because they are championship contenders. I mean, if he interferes with one of them too much, he'll have a very angry person talking to him after the race. Well, just a small slide. He might be struggling with tyre temperatures, actually. Seems that the mediums are starting to switch on. The gap has come down. Dougie Falcon's now within 1.4 seconds. It was 1.7. But Tolstad losing time as well. He's out of DRS range. Cutsy, a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Has he had to come in because of damage? Garlad, 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's coming in onto the medium tyre. And away he goes. One thing to mention, and it was Rizzy Rick who mentioned it to me, this pit exit is a pain in the arse in these cars. With the lack of grip and with the fresh tyre, it's quite easy to damage a car like that. It doesn't appear to be any damage. He might have a lime green wing, however. He might have a lime green wing. Nice and gentle on pit exit. And away he goes. We'll return to the leaders. The gap has opened up again. As Crafted comes into the pit lane and gets a 5-second penalty in the process. For speeding in the pit lane, he didn't need that. Leading the race quite comfortably. And safety car does it as well. These guys don't know how speed limits work. Oh, Jesus. We got a lot of cars in the pit lane. Conehouse, Breno, Phil MC, they're all in the pit lane. So, I'd imagine lap 12 the medium runners will come in. At lap 12, maybe lap 13. Let's go back to the leaders. Only fitting. The leaders of the race, 1-2, are the championship contenders. And they're within half a second of each other. Coming through Jun Sao. And onto the long, and very fast third sector. That's completely flat out. You can see there, the gap opened up a little bit, up to 7/10. Dougie might have slightly better exit speed. We got a battle for 4th place. Rizzy Rick overtaking Iconic Q. Through the center S, he'll come onto the Redler Aposta with DRS. Rizzy Rick has to go defensive, and he is. So Iconic having to go around the outside into the Cedar de Lago. He's got the run off. Rizzy has the inside and gets the job done. But he goes defensive into Ferradura. Doesn't want to risk Iconic Q going up the inside. Oh, I think Q might have missed an opportunity there. Could have got the switch back. It was a gambling move, but he would have had the inside into the hairpin of turn 9. I think he could have got away with that. Everyone else seems to be in their own little world at the moment. They've all got healthy gaps to each other. They're not in any sort of trouble. So it seems this is the only battle to look at as Toddstar proceeds to set a personal best. But I don't think he needs to push too much. 12 points is a very defendable gap coming into the final race. Especially with the reverse grid. We have to remember that. From 1st all the way down to 8th will be a reverse grid. Into Little Fern Tree. The gap has settled, as I think Dougie gets a bit of snap oversteer on corner exit. Might have a battle for P11, but that's just outside the points. I'll have a look at what's going on there. Well, they're exchanging position a lot. Oh, hello. As Garlad's 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Didn't need that. Oh, very late on the brakes. Losing a lot of time to Thrill. And the battle for 11th has ended. Back to the leaders. So Toddster has closed the gap just ever so slightly. It's ebbing and flowing between 0.4 to about 0.7 of a second. Got this nice aerial shot of the circuit. Oh, Dougie just missing the apex ever so slightly. Just losing the car, missing the apex. Into Duckbill. Dougie with a slightly wider line so he can get more speed. Into this fast left-hander. Into Junsao. Back up the hill to complete the lap. Coming into the center S. Toddster is really closing on Dougie. Now, if Toddster finds a way past, I think Corruptor's got a penalty. Konas has got a couple, I think. False occasion, 3-second time penalty. I think this is the battle for the lead now. Rizzy Rick isn't closing. It's about 6.5 seconds still. Close a little bit there. Now it's open back up again. I believe this will be the battle for the lead. Will we see a driver come in lap 12? I think it's either lap 12 or lap 13. Perhaps Toddster might be thinking of an undercut. That would be in the back of his mind. Neither of them come in. As we start lap 13 of 20, here at Interlagos, coming into the center as he's not quite as close as he was before. And Toddster. Dougie Falcons, a 3-second time penalty. Right, here we go. Here we go. Have to remember that. That could be a devastating blow. It is quite easy to do around here, particularly at the center S. To just corner cut, particularly turn 2. Just corner cut ever so much, ever so slightly. As Rizzy Rick loses it. Just a little bit coming out of pit exit. Switching off the limiter. And he rejoins in 8th place, just in behind Conehouse. He'll make his way through the field. Go back up to the leaders, just briefly. They're coming up to the pit entry now. Conehouse 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. They both come in. They both come in. Dougie Falcons, a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Oh no. I think that's it. I think in that action alone, that was it. 5-second penalty for false equation speeding in the pit lane. That is devastating. Toddster is a very calm, very clean driver. I don't think he's going to make too many mistakes. The Martin Brundle, Dougie Falcons, the Brit, under the pump. 2 brutal mistakes, small but brutal. That is 8 seconds worth of penalties. 8 seconds. They come out, both of them come out behind Corrupted. So, in that moment, can't do crap. He's currently leading the race, only because he hasn't pitted yet, of course. Tatsuya 3-second time penalty. Hopefully he won't interrupt Corrupted too much. So Dougie, 1.5 seconds to Corrupted. Corrupted with a 5-second penalty as well. Oh my goodness me. Guys! What are you doing? Literally everyone is being... As Rizzy Rick sets the fastest lap of the race. Oh, for goodness sake. Come on, you even have racing line turned on. Jesus. Toddster, he's falling away. I think Dougie, he's going all out. He doesn't care. He knows he has 8 seconds. Put it all on the line. And it's showing. He's already built a 2-second margin to Dougie. To Toddster, rather. Ugh. It's all happening. We'll have a quick look back in the field. So, battle for 6th place at the moment. Breno is the leading car in this trio. Just ahead of him is Conehouse. And a very good P5, I might add. Actually, position change. Phil has made the most places, but Conehouse. Cutsy's retired. And who's that who has spun? Galaz. Spinning out at Junsao. He's ghosting, so nobody has to worry about him too much. But Conehouse up 3 places. A very good race for him so far. Dougie Fackens is already onto the back of Corrupted. Down the inside into Desida de Lago. And he gets the job done. There is no way Corrupted can fight him. He's on fresher, softer tyres. And at the moment, he's full of rage. Those penalties next to his name. Cutsy has left the session. He's going to put the hammer down. He's going to start setting some very, very fast laps. We'll go back to the battle for 6th place. Iconic Hugh must have made a mistake. While I wasn't looking, he's dropped 7.6 seconds to these two. He was right on the back of these guys. Carlo has a 10-second time penalty for corner cutting. He might get disqualified if he keeps it. Ah! Oh well. He's already built up a 1-second margin. Like I said, he's absolutely flying. But at this rate, Toddster will win the feature race. The most amount of points you can score in the sprint race is 17. That's the most amount of points you can score in the sprint race. If it's any more than that, Toddster's won the championship. As Breno gets the job done on safety car down the inside at the seat of the Lago. These two will keep fighting, I think. On even tyres. Oh! Contact! Safety car into the back of Breno. They're both trying to give each other the position. Well, definitely safety car was trying to slow down and try and let Breno pass. But I believe Breno might have been trying to do the same thing. Maybe he thought he got on the brakes too early. Well, actually, Breno's now got DRS and the slipstream. Right on board. DRS, slipstream, safety car goes defensive, really defensive, around the outside. If he can hold it, he can get him at turn 2, not quite, just falls in behind him. That is a 3-second penalty. He'll get DRS with the slipstream, down the Red Acosta, down the inside, he goes for it. And doesn't quite get it done. They're side by side. Oh, this is my... Very good racing from these two. Safety car holds on into Ferradura. There's still contact. A lot of argy-bargy at the moment. Fantastic. And it settles down for another lap. Oh. There might have been contact, but I believe there was a lot of respect between these two. Very good racing. Oh, a safety car loses it. I was just about to look away. Safety car, Renault, side by side. 3-second time penalty for Dougie. No, that's it. Game over. Game, set, match for Dougie. That's now 11 seconds worth of penalties. I think this might be the championship decided with 2 laps to go. Can't do crap. 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. We'll go back up to the leaders after watching a very, very good battle between safety car and Breno. Pity there couldn't have been more cars in this event. Would have been very good to see as Phil loses a lot of positions. Spun out at the Cita de Lago. So, Dougie Falcons currently leading. He will not hold that. Toddster's got no penalties and Corrupted's got a 5-second for speeding at pit entry. So, but Toddster, he wants to fight for the position. He wants to race for around the outside on the last lap of the race. Does he really need to be racing? By racing with Corrupted, it only increases his chance of making a mistake and crashing. You've got to have a look around the outside into the Cita de Lago on the softer tyre, on the fresher tyre. They're going to be side by side into Ferradura. Tolster with the inside line, the preferred inside line. But Corrupted holds on. This is fantastic stuff. Into the hairpin, into Little Fern Tree. And Tolster gets the position. But I believe Corrupted will get DRS. Oh, we have another battle going on behind. Look at this! Side by side through Ferradura. Doesn't this look familiar? And there's contact! They're really scrapping it out for 6th place, and Iconic Q, he's bringing himself back into this. Oh, I want to keep looking, but I've got a job to do. Dougie Falcons will come across the line in first, but he will not hold it. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you, if my maths is correct, I believe that's 21, 25. Let's see. No, 42. I believe he's done it. Plus 21. I think he's done it. I want to make sure of this. I want to make sure of this. It is 216 plus 42. 8, 5. He's done it. Ladies and gentlemen, your race winner, the feature race winner, and the DRS Formula 2 Drivers Champion, Todster 99. He clinches the title with a single race to spare. Congratulations to you, mate. A fantastic season all round. And of course, Australia wins. We always do. Dougie Falcons will finish P2 after collection of penalties. If he didn't have those penalties, we'll be in for a very interesting finale, but no. Corrupted P3, Aussie Rizzy Rick P4, Conehouse P5, Breno P6, Safety Car P7. Iconic Q will start on pole position for the sprint race. Can't do crap. It's P9. Phil 10th. False Equation P11. Garlas P12. And Cutsy will round out the 13 drivers. It's a pity you couldn't go down to the last race. But regardless, it was a fantastic feature race, where we can newly crown our drivers champion. We now go on to the sprint race here in Brazil. There's no pit strategy required. If you want to win here, it's from outpacing all of your rivals. You want to win, you have to be the fastest. You have to make the overtakes and no one else will. Come on guys, stop running the clock down. You don't change it. You don't need to change anything. We've got a couple of more drivers, it seems, that have introduced themselves to the lobby. We've now got a 15 car field. That is 10 times more respectable, as safety car proceeds to put it into the freaking wall. Jesus Christ. Positions changed. Safety car, you absolute knob. And who's that behind him? There's a car behind him. It's Conehouse and safety car. What a season they have had in the McLaren team. Oh my goodness me! Can nobody do a formation lap now? We can't stop for a speed limit line at pit entry. Now drivers can't do... Jesus Christ. They can't seem to do a formation lap. Even with the championship done, it should still be a very, very good race. So, we'll go through the order. Iconic Q will start on pole position. Safety car, after binning it on the formation lap, starts P2. Breno, P3. Conehouse, P4. Also binning it. Aussie Rizzy Rick, P5. Corrupted, binning it, P6. Dougie Falcons, who binned it, P7. Topster, what the ever-loving fuck happened? Oh, can't do crap, P9. Oh, fuck! Oh, he's trying to get his way back. Oh my goodness me. Phil, P7. False Equation, P11. Garlas, P12. Pure Gold and Chevron, who didn't race in the feature race, will now race here in the sprint race, P14 and P15 respectively. Oh, I've never seen that before. Several cars crashing on the formation lap. Damn it. You're just supposed to get your tyres warmed up, not crash into people. So, we'll get a sneaky on board. Here we go. For one last time. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And oh! It seems Breno has got a fantastic start, but so has Iconic Q. Look at him. Pulling away from everyone. They're going 3 wide. This isn't going to be good. Oh, I'm so in the front. Who's that? It's the 2 teammates. False Equation crash at turn 1. We have yellow flags. No, we don't. Not anymore. I was quite concerned with the 3 wide. That doesn't usually work at the center S. So Iconic Q gets a fantastic start. He's currently leading. We got a couple of drivers going wide at the Cita de Lago. Pure Gold and Chevron up 4 places each. Very good start from them. Safety car down 4. Not a very good start from him. Dougie Falcons up 2. Rizzy Rick up 2. Breno up 1. So Iconic Q, after getting a brilliant start, leads away currently. Breno in P2, Rizzy Rick P3, Conehouse P4, Dougie Falcons P5, Safety Car P6, Crofted P7, Toddster P8, Phil MC P9, Pure Gold, Chevron P10 and 11 respectively, Garlas P12, and False Equation can't do crap. These guys had a massive, not massive, they came together. Oh, hello. Okay, that's one way to enter a pit lane. Broke his front wing, that explains a bit. So Iconic here, already a 1.2 second margin back to Breno. A very good start from him. Breno now under attack from Rizzy Rick. And Dougie Falcons is beginning to catch. Our current Drivers' Champion, Toddster 99. He hasn't made any places, he hasn't lost any places either. Still in P8. And what's Rizzy Rick gonna do? He's trying, oh, there's contact. Dougie Falcons now brought himself into this. These two have been squabbling too much. Safety car has made a position. I believe Conehouse went wide. That's Rizzy Rick, he's been spun. Now what happened there? I only saw the back end of that. Was there contact? Did he spin out himself? I'm sure he'll tell us. Pure Gold retiring from the race. There you go, mate. You can hang around for a lap and then bin it. DRS has been enabled. Onto the Red Aeroposto goes Iconic Q. 1.7 seconds. He is pulling away. But Dougie Falcons down the inside into the seat of the Largo. Breno, I think, lets him go there. Might have been a short shift. Just couldn't quite get the power down. Dougie moves into P2. We've now got a three-way battle here as Corrupted down the inside of Toddster. No, sorry, the other way around. Oh, I don't know the Formula 2 cars that well. It's very hard to distinguish drivers. Seems to have settled down now. Gilwell's leaving the session. Iconic Q still building a gap. It's now up to 2 seconds. Dougie moving up 5 places from the start. P7 to P2 now. And look at this. Down the inside goes Conehouse on his former McLaren teammate safety car. Gets the job done, but safety car, he'll get DRS, he has the slipstream. And there's Toddster behind this as well. Oh, contact! And Toddster might get 2 places here. He gets Conehouse. Safety car gets a poor run. Oh, is that someone who spun? It's Crofted! Crofted spun! Oh, don't worry, he's gone ghosted. That's alright. He's not gonna do any more damage. Thank goodness for that. Something happened to him. It could have been similar to what Alcatraz... No, that was a different league, wasn't it? There are auto spin curbs, regardless. There are auto spin curbs at turn 5, exiting the seat of the Largo. Alcatraz, who isn't here today, unfortunately, hit the inside curve at turn 5 and it's an instant spin. So safety car, Toddster now having a fight. Toddster trying to make his way through the field. Safety car 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Corrupted, tied from the session. let's have a quick... Hang on, the battle's still happening now. Got this three-way battle for 4th place. Safety car's leading the train. Toddster's desperate to get on by. We'll have DRS coming onto the next straight. Yes, I do remember Dougie got fastest lap. I added that on. It's still not enough. He's got a gap of 38 points to Toddster. Toddster is definitely, without a doubt, crown champion. So Dougie Faggins now sets the fastest lap in the race. As Toddster gets the job done, an easy move. We have an incident further back. It's can't do crap. Losing it, coming into the seat of the boxes. Oh, jeez. Oh, don't do that. You'll get disqualified. O'Connor Q. He's now losing a lot of ground to Dougie. He's almost within 1 second. Safety car, Conehouse, and Toddster. Still all line of stern. And Breno's falling into this. We might have a 4-way battle for 3rd place. And we got there's a small margin to Dougie and O'Connor Q. I believe that was safety car running wide. Now coming into Jun Sao onto the main straight. Well, I say straight. Toddster is now within DRS range. He has DRS. Dougie's the fastest lap in the race again. The dude is flying. Oh, Toddster. Ridgy Rick retaliates. Fastest lap of the race. I won 19.9. Renault now in a lot of trouble. Oh, that's a horrible shot. Renault trying to break the slipstream. He's lagging a little bit. Still holds the position. In the battle for 5th is still going. Conehouse and safety car. Oh, who's that? It's Breno. What on earth? What the? What? Holy shit! Holy moly! Oh, that was a massive slide. Breno, what the fuck happened to you? I'm sure he'll tell us after the race. He's left the session. Oh, what a great year to end off. Not like that. Coconut Balls 95. There are some brilliant years. That's someone off. Who's that? It's Dougie Falcons! What on earth has happened here? Dougie Falcons and Iconic Q into the wall at turn 1. Oh, what action have I missed? Oh my goodness me. Toddster goes into the lead of the race. Safety car is in P2. Conehouse is in P3. What on earth is happening? I just saw 2 cars into the wall at the beginning of the Center S. And it was those 2. They're now P6 and P8. Oh. What on earth? Oh. It's a pity I didn't get to see that. Too busy paying attention to Breno. Oh well. Maybe Swaggy caught it. He's in spectator mode. Hopefully he caught it. We can have a look at it post-race with the stewards. Both drivers going off like that. Very strange. So the battle for what was 5th is now a battle for 2nd. The 2 former teammates at McLaren in the green lead. Konas tries to go around the outside. God, this is a horrible camera shot. for this particular situation. And I can't change that. I have to ride on board like this. I can't get a next serious shot. Here we go, that's a bit better. Coming down the Rota Aposta. Safety car goes defensive. Conehouse will try and do it around the outside. They're both brave on the brakes. There's contact. Safety car pushes him a little bit wide. Coming into Ferradura. They're still side by side. Conehouse has got the optimal line. There's still contact. There's a lot of contact. Dougie's gone. Oh, that is a crappy way to end the season. Conehouse gets the position. I don't think he'll hold on to that for long. Safety car will have DRS. These two former teammates battling it out, and Rizzy Rick's into this, and Phil MC is into this. It's a four-way battle for second place. We even have a battle for sixth between Iconic Q and Chevron, so we've got a couple of things to look at here. But look at this battle pack: Conehouse, Safety Car, Rizzy Rick, and Phil MC. Phil up 5 places from P10 to P5. Very good race from him so far. But Chevron up 8, even better. Potentially up 9. He goes down the inside into turn 1 and he gets the job done easy. I don't think Iconic can fight that too much. No, he's let him go by. Chevron a 3-second time penalty for multiple one. Look at this train. Oh. As Conehouse and Safety Car, they're side by side once more. And Conehouse might lose. And Phil, he's sort of just hanging on to the back of this. It might be smart driving from him just to let the 3 battle. And just pick off what's left. Iconic Q and Safety Car, 3-second penalties each. We've got 5 laps to go. We've got 4.5 laps to go. Iconic Q fights back with Chevron. He's not giving up on this. Chevron on the racing line, but Iconic Q gets a better exit. Continuously exchanging positions. Rizzy Rick in a very good position. In a potential position to take 2 places. Into Archibuncada's the final corner. Phil still within DRS range of these 3. What does Safety Car want to do? He sends it down the inside into turn 1. Conehouse will try and get the switchback. He can't get it. So Safety Car now leads into Curva de Sol. The Conehouse will get DRS, but he gets very wide, and Rizzy Rick finds a way past. Just getting onto the marbles, losing speed, losing traction. Conehouse is still fighting, but he can't get it done. 4 laps to go. What can Conehouse do after making that small mistake? Can he still fight with these 2? Phil, he's now dropped out of DRS range. But if any of these guys decide to get into a real big scruffle, start making contact. Oh! Safety Car losing a little bit of time there. Phil is... Oh! No! He'll blame me for that. I didn't say... Oh no. So, there you go. Phil's gained a position just by waiting patiently. He's now into P4. Can he find a podium? That would be epic if he found a podium. But Conehouse, he's not giving up on this. He's still well within DRS range. In fact, he's almost on his gearbox. Slipstream, DRS. Rizzy Rick will not go defensive. That's an interesting move. Conehouse down the inside. There's definitely contact. Light contact. And Conehouse gets the job done. Rizzy not really fighting that hard. He might be thinking about getting DRS on the pit straight. Really try and find a... Wait a minute. Oh, hell, safety car. You fucking muppet. I know you want to do donuts, but I've got to pay attention to this battle, alright? Conehouse. Almost half a second. So Conehouse has definitely got pace. Rizzy Rick, he'll have DRS and the slipstream. Also, we have to remember, because of his yellow flags in turns sector 2 and sector 3, coming onto the last lap, neither of these drivers can overtake anyone. As Rizzy Rick down the inside into the center S. But Conehouse, he has the inside into turn 2 and gets a 3-second time penalty in the process. Safety car, 10-second. Rizzy Rick, he has DRS. He has got the slipstream. Conehouse has to go defensive. And he does. Very good positioning from Conehouse. Now it's going to be very difficult to make a move here for Rizzy Rick, but he tries to create a hole. No! Conehouse has left the session. Does that mean Phil MC, where the Phil MC is into P3? Oh my goodness me! I was expecting this epic battle, but no, we haven't got that. Safety car doing donuts as usual. Oh! The McLaren curse lingers for those two drivers. Safety car and Conehouse. They can't shake it. But what a way to cap off a season. Crown Drivers Champion at the feature race and wins here at the sprint race at Brazil. Congratulations, Toddster. Very deserving champion. With Aussie Rizzy Rick and P2 and... Oh, sorry. We've got one lap to go. I can't fucking count. I can't count. Oh, that is... Oh. I grow tired. I'm very sleepy and I can't count. This is the last lap. Oh. It feels gaining. Slightly. Can I see him going to P2? And safety car. Proceeding to retire from the session. Oh, I can't. Oh, so sleepy. Can't be DRS without a couple of stuff ups, huh? We're not perfect. Still a hell of a lot of fun. Now I can say this. Winning the feature race, winning the driver's title, and he will win the sprint race here in Brazil. What a weekend for Toddster 99. The 2019 Formula 2 champion in DRS. And Phil gets second because of the penalties. Phil MC gets P2 up 8 places. What a drive, what a drive. P10 to P2. Chevron equally fantastic. From P15 to P6. False equation up 4. Another good drive from him as well. Toddster up 7. Oh. What a way to cap off the finale, huh? Total domination from Toddster 99. What an eventful race this has been. Absolutely eventful. Had some great battles, some great action. And what a way to end off the season. What a way. And at no better place than Brazil. Oh. As the podium celebrations conclude, here are your results for the sprint race here at Interlagos. Toddster wins, doesn't get fastest lap, but he gets 15 points. Phil MC, what a drive from him. He finishes P2. Rizzy Rick P3, Conehouse P4. Oh, that's devastating for him. Iconic Q P5, Chevron P6, False Equation P7. Dougie recovers to score a point. Unfortunately, he couldn't launch a title attack against his rival. but he's had a very, very good season, Martin Brundle. Both on the track and in the commentary box, he's been absolutely fantastic. Oh, what a season. What a season. There have been some absolutely spectacular races this year that I have had the privilege and honour to commentate. It has been amazing in 2019. Both fantastic racing in the real world of Formula One and witnessing this and commentating this for you guys in the Dynamic Racing Series. So that is it for 2019. We crowned a Drivers' Champion. We witnessed some very good racing. And at all places, Brazil, the obvious and deserving place for a finale. So, with that said, I've been the Smeg. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And for the last time in 2019, I bid you all good night.